Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to another episode of the Average Day Joes. I'm your host, C.
And Jay, what's up?
What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing well on this fine, what is it, Wednesday now? Midweek. I guess they call Wednesday hump day as well. So for all of us out there, how you feeling today, Jay?
Excellent. Good workout. Very, very solid. Yeah, I could have got better sleep, but I'm good. Feel good.
So yeah, that's probably why we're 15 minutes late today because Jay did not get all his sleep that he needed, the beauty sleep. So we are I'm gonna start a little late, but it's all good. No problem. No problem. We gotta let Jay get his beauty sleep in.
Yeah, right.
uh, so it's kind of crazy. We don't have really any NBA games that are going on, but we are going to. I mean, there is going to be games on tonight. I guess
There's
Lakers
one.
and yeah, Hornets, right, Charlotte.
Yeah.
So we don't have the score because that one hasn't started yet. But
Nope.
there is some crazy sports news that Jay wants to share with you guys. So if you please, Jay.
Oh yeah, LaVar Ball, bro. I seen him trending and I was like, okay, let's see what's up with LaVar. Apparently, bro, he had his foot amputated. He had some serious medical issue, and then yeah, he's like in the picture. He literally had his foot amputated and he's smiling. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, it was kind of it tripped me out.
Was it this picture right here?
No,
Oh, okay.
he's in a wheelchair
Oh, okay. I got you.
and he just got like literally just got out. You see like the thing over his foot, like
Yeah,
because it's gone.
yeah,
And I was like, I thought it was fake
yeah. I mean,
because
in this one, he's still
he's
smiling too,
smiling.
and he has the cane next to him. So I believe that this is already after the procedure was done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The photo I saw was it looked like it was right. Obviously, it had just been done. That's some
Right.
scary stuff, man. I had
So
no idea.
yeah. Did they say why he got it amputated? Was there anything about it or
No, nothing.
let
It
me
said
see?
serious medical issue.
Oh, okay.
I
So he
yeah,
had a
that's
medical issue and then he
yeah,
had to
but
get it removed.
what would it be?
Man, it's
He was
crazy.
fine. Yeah, like he was fine. So I don't know what serious medical issue it would be. It's weird.
I
I
know.
didn't even know he had like a issue. I don't think anyone knew. Just kind of
Yeah.
tripped me out. You know what I mean? It really tripped me out because I was like, hold on, what? I like I said, I thought it was a joke.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like, you know, but at least he's got his sons doing work, so that's cool.
I mean, there. I wonder if it's like something like that's part of maybe like hereditary or something because all the sons are kind of getting some kind of like foot injuries now too, right? Like
Well,
they didn't.
Lonzo's had that foot injury, so
Yeah,
but I don't know if it's the same level, but you know, I don't
and
know if LaMelo has that.
Lamelo has an ankle injury.
Yeah, but that's common in basketball. Ankle, you
No, for
always
sure.
roll ankles.
It's common, but at the same time, like if you, I mean, they have trainers, they have people, doctors that like
Yeah.
always try to make sure that they're going to be healthy, because they don't want a missing time like that, and for them to be getting injured like that, it could be maybe hereditary to do with the dad, for all we know. Yeah,
Yeah, I have no idea because I didn't even know he had any problems with to get something amputated. That's pretty major.
yeah, that is.
That's very major. So yeah, that's it's only sports news right now. But like you said, Hornets Lakers play later.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. So I think it's about in an hour or maybe less than an hour now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we were just talking about that. I think they're gonna try to get the Hornets are gonna be trying to get the revenge because they got the center playing finally, and he hasn't played all these games, and now they got him
Yeah.
playing all of a sudden this game. The one that the
Well,
Lakers were.
yeah. I mean, him and LaMelo, they should be fine. Like their Hornets aren't any good anyway. But
Yeah,
you know, we will see.
we shall see what happens there.
Yeah.
It's
But
it's
yeah, man. At least LeVar Ball, yeah, he seems cool. Seems like he's in good spirits.
no, that's
You know,
good. That's good.
got his foot amputated, but yeah, like I said, he's got his sons all doing work, so that's cool.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, he has the big baller brand still, right? He still has that, right?
I actually don't know. I haven't seen anything about that in a long time.
Because, yeah,
If I
maybe.
do recall, LaMelo signed to Puma. Was it Puma?
Oh yeah, Puma. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So I don't know if Big Baller Brand is still there, but I mean it was there.
yeah.
And then
I
I saw that they started putting those shoes in like the discount places.
no, I know. I have Lamelo shoes.
What,
I
the
got
Big
him.
Baller Brand?
No, the Pumas that he
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
they're
don't know.
actually pretty nice. Like they look nice, but I got them at Ross for literally like I don't know 20 like no I got them for like $35 or something like that.
There you go.
Ross. But
But
yeah,
I was talking about the Big Baller Brand
oh
shoes.
the big baller brand. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I'm talking about old school, when they came out.
yeah. I think what happened with Lamelo is that as soon as he got injured and he wasn't playing, I think his shoes probably just everything kind of went. You know what I mean? From going to like a Foot Locker, they kind of went to a Ross type store and
Yeah, I get it.
TJ Maxx. So
It's all good. Like I
uh,
said, he's got his
like
sons
I said,
all in the league, and then his other son that doesn't play basketball, he raps, remember?
no,
So,
definitely, definitely.
yeah.
And like I said, I got the shoe anyway because I liked it. I was like, oh damn, this is clean, And they have like different color varieties. I got the turquoise one. There's like a turquoise outline of it.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty dope, man. It's pretty dope. Lamelo Ball shoes.
Not for me.
might have to might have to get you some for your birthday.
Nah, I'm cool, man. I don't need LaMelo shoes or big baller brand stuff. No,
No,
thank
no,
you.
I mean, it's not Big Baller. It's Puma.
No, it's Puma, but I don't really rock Puma, so it's all good.
No, I know, I know. It'll be good. It's good gym shoes. Good gym shoes. You can tear them
Oh,
up.
is it? That's cool. That's cool. It's all good.
You got the ankle support that he doesn't have for some reason.
Yeah.
Because the
Well,
shoes, yeah,
at
they're
least
high.
he got signed. He got
Yeah,
signed. I remember when he was trying to figure that out, and yeah, he signed with Puma. That's cool.
yeah. Oh, that's good. He got a deal with them. That's good. Yeah,
That's what I mean.
that's good. Well, shout out to the 26 people watching. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel, and we give you this alpha every day of our training topics and a whole bunch more. Now let us get on because we got another aviation accident. So we got two planes that collided today in Arizona and pretty much collided midair. Everybody died from there was two people on each plane and everybody died on both in both planes. So RIP to those people. We give our prayers to the families of those people. Yeah, from what I read about it, it's kind of crazy. This has just been happening like the last 2 months. We've just been getting a whole bunch of uh, like airline incidents, So it's just crazy that there's another one all of a sudden, And this is after what we just reported 2 days ago that a Delta one in Toronto airport, like the Toronto airport, it flipped over. So yeah, it's been kind of crazy, but let me just read you a little bit what it says. This is a Cessna 172S and a Lancer 360 MK2 collided at 8:28 this morning near the Marana Regional Airport, which is northwest of Tucson. The fixed-wing single-engine planes collided while upwind of runway 12, one of two runways at the airport. The Cessna landed uneventfully, and the Lancer impacted terrain near other runway, and a post-impact fire ensued. So, yeah, it says two people were on each plane. The town of Marna said in the news release about sharing their conditions, but it did say already they confirmed that everybody had died that was on both the planes. The airport is closed now for investigation. And this is for all you who don't know, this is an uncontrolled field airport, meaning that there is no operating air traffic control tower. Pilots, they use common traffic advisory frequencies to announce their position to other pilots who are in the airport vicinity. Pilots operating in uncontrolled fields are still required to comply with all federal aviation regulations. So yeah, this is not the fault of any like radio tower or anything. I think these people just did not communicate to themselves properly. But the FAA, they're going to look into this incident, like we said. And yeah, like it's crazy because beginning with the January 29th mid-air collision at Ronald Reagan, that one killed 67 people with the military helicopter. And then you got, four other aviation incidents that were happening. You got that one in Alaska. You got the Medivac plane in Philly. That, yeah. And then you also a private jet that ran off the runway in Scottsdale, Arizona, killing the pilot on board. And then the Delta one I just mentioned. So, um, Jay, I don't know if you've seen any like conspiracy videos about the one, at least
Which one?
in in Toronto. I don't. Have you seen anything about him or no?
Um, it depends.
I seen a video, and this is the only one. I always try to see if there's any kind of maybe like something that mischievous going on.
Yeah.
And I seen a video of the one in Toronto. The plane was overturned. It was like on fire. So the firemen, they were doing their thing, but it showed a video, and behind the airplane there was actually no building whatsoever. But then
Uh-huh.
they showed the other video of it, like when it was being portrayed on the news, and
Hmm.
there was like a mechanic, like an airline mechanic building right behind that same exact aircraft. And that kind of caught my eye. I was like, huh, I wonder what's going on over there. Like, are they really just like, are all these like really for real, or is this
Oh, I get it.
something more sinister to this, that they're trying to like because because they're trying to kind of blame Trump and Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, for cutting all these funds from all these different departments. And now that you are getting into and following the money,
Uh-huh.
and they're seeing, there's, I think they're getting more and more scared, and I think that they're trying to literally just stir up the pot. But that's just me, and that's just kind of from what I see and the videos I've saw, of like the fake stuff. So you can't tell what's real, what's fake, but this is just something that I would think, if it was fake, why they would be doing something like this. Like, we always have to question everything, guys. This is really important. I think, especially like for our podcast, we always believe in questioning everything. We don't believe, the mainstream media is not going to tell you everything. They're going to lie to you most of the time. They've been doing it in the past. They've been doing it forever. So why would they start to tell us the truth now? So, I mean, what do you think about that, Jay?
I actually think I'm not sure exactly what's going. So that like you said, there's multiple air things every week now. I mean, the past what 4 weeks.
Yep.
There's multiple incidents every week. I actually thought in my head they were testing out like a new technology,
Oh, maybe that could be true too.
a new art of war weapon, like to be like, oh, good, plane down. You know what I mean? Like, plane down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Like, I thought that, and I was like, casualties are casualties. You
Right.
know how war, when you think like that. So
Definitely.
I thought they were testing out a new technology to just take out a plane just with certain, technology.
Well, so,
And I
hmm.
thought they were just choosing certain ones, like, okay, this one, just let's try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I thought that they were doing because obviously every week you have multiple incidents now. It's weird. It's very weird.
I
So
know. I
I
know.
think it's something. I just don't know what. It could be
Definitely.
that. It could be anything. It's
Definitely.
just very
It's
odd that there's multiple things every week with planes.
super weird. Super
Yeah,
weird.
yeah. Something's going on though. You know that. Everyone knows that. You
Yeah.
don't just have multiple incidents with planes. You know what I mean? Planes usually fly themselves. Honestly, let's be real. You know,
No, definitely.
pilots
Definitely.
are just there to be like, okay, cool, everything's functioning right. Okay, oh, something's wrong. I'll take over. Boom. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Yeah, it's a trip. What's happening with everything with planes?
Our previous topic about the about Lavelle Ball.
Yeah,
We did get a chat from Taylor. He also thought, because I know you said the same thing. He's like, I thought he was trolling.
I did too. No, because dude, he's smiling, and then
Yeah.
you have dude his. It looks like he could have just wrapped the sock around, like, or anything, wrapped anything around his leg,
Yeah.
like, because he's smiling, like he's got a big ass smile, bro. Like, I was like, foot amputated. No, okay, yeah, I thought he was trolling too. Like, bro, like,
But
but it was serious because I looked up multiple sites and I'm
yeah,
like, oh, okay, this is serious.
definitely. And if
That's
he
just
was, if
weird.
it was a whole, I mean, I mean, if it was for trolling purposes, then what would benefit? Unless his brand was still like something that they're trying to resurrect. I don't see what what there is like. Why would he have to like lie about something like that? Like
LaVar Ball has always been known for saying some weird out of pocket things. You know what
definitely,
I'm saying? The thing I respect about LaVar Ball is that he's all about his sons. He's got them all like, playing ball, and like I said, the other one raps now, but he's got them all making money.
yeah,
So I
definitely,
respect it. I'm like, hey man, because I remember when they were in college, you know, and then they had some random ass show that I never watched. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
But now
exactly,
he's got two of them in the NBA and one of them with a Universal Music contract. So hey,
right,
shout out to that guy, man. He's
definitely,
got his sons doing work. Like you can't like he got him doing things. So that's cool.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? No matter how much everyone bagged on him before and laughed at him. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So
It's
big
kind
ups
of
to him.
funny. It's kind of funny watching like the offspring of like famous people because they're usually like better versions of what I mean of the other. I mean, there's always, of
What do you
course,
mean?
some. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. What?
Like like any player, like a lot of players, right? If they weren't like you were saying, if they weren't that good, like Lavello, he played what? Did you say football? Was it what did he play?
Yeah, LaVar Ball played. Yeah, he played like a season of football, I think.
Yeah,
One.
so he got into sports. He maybe he wasn't
Yeah,
that good. He played a season, but now
yeah,
look, he got two sons that are actually like a little bit better than him when it comes to
yeah.
sports.
Well, that's
So
how it works. Yeah, like I told you, if you're super good, like okay, like Jordan, his sons, you saw what happened.
yeah,
If you're that great, it's hard to live up to that.
definitely.
Even look at LeBron. Look at his son. Look that like you know what I mean? LeBron, he's a great player, right?
Yeah,
Look at
definitely.
how his son is doing right now, or how he's been doing.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
even close to the same. That's what I mean. Like when you have a super excellent athlete and then their son comes next, it's hard. It's always the ones that are like, oh yeah, he was okay. Like Steph's dad. Del Curry was okay. He was cool. He wasn't bad. But look at what Steph's been doing. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
He totally eclipsed everything. Even I can't really say that about Clay's dad. Clay's dad was all right. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But Clay, look at what Clay's done in his life. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like that's just how it works, man. You
It's
know,
and most of the players are like that. And granted, and this is I know you're gonna laugh when I say this, but
what?
it is true because Bronny, this is
Oh
only
no.
his look.
Oh
I mean,
no.
just listen. Listen.
Oh
This
no.
is like he went to college. LeBron, I don't think LeBron played college at all, right? He went straight from high school to
He
NBA.
exactly because he was that good to
He
just
was
go to
that
the
good,
NBA.
exactly, exactly. So right there, you can't compare that. Okay, you can't compare that.
Of course
But
you can.
you
Did
can't.
Bronny play in college?
No, but you're up against other people, a whole different class. Like there's so much more to it than just that alone. You know, I'm not saying LeBron wasn't one of the like the greatest who's, or he still is one of the greatest who's playing. But what I'm saying is that Bronny, we don't know his potential yet. That's all I'm saying. We are just starting to see a little spark of the first year that he's playing professionally.
I'll
So
tell
we
you
don't
this:
know.
if he's not LeBron's son, he doesn't make the NBA. Actually, he doesn't even make the college team because he didn't even play.
No, he played in college. He played in college.
Oh yeah? How
Yeah.
many minutes? What do you
I,
average?
I'd have to pull up these stats, but he played in college.
Yeah. Uh,
You
okay.
know, I'm not
No,
saying
I don't know.
he didn't play like a
I
whole
don't
bunch.
know. I didn't even know he was a starter in college.
I don't even know. I don't think he was a starter either.
Exactly. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm just
That's
saying he
my
played.
point. So
He played.
yeah, he had to because he went to the NBA
Right,
and
right.
he wasn't even. That's what I mean. You're not a starter in college. What makes you think you're going to make the NBA?
I know.
Thank you.
It's it's
It's that
it.
easy.
I'm telling you though, the circumstances are so much different because you got LeBron coming out of Akron, Ohio, a poor, he was like came out of like nothing type thing story.
Yeah,
and you got his son who's already like has it made.
of
You know, he
course.
likes the game. Like he doesn't have the same mindset. So
Why would
maybe
he?
maybe the potential is there, but if he acts upon the potential to make himself better, that's a whole different story. And that's for us yet to see. He's still a young guy. You know, he's a young
Okay.
man.
Well, if you think Bronny James is going to make the Lakers a powerhouse, more power to you.
Hey, you know, you never know. Hey, and if not Bronny, it could be his other son. But one of those sons might be better than LeBron James. You know, once they start playing, just one of them. I'm not saying,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
it doesn't have to be Bronny. Bronny might. Who knows? Maybe he'll retire from basketball early and be like a Call of Duty champion, bro, and
And
make his
that's
living.
fine because that's how it should work. Like if you like I said, when you have an ultimate athlete and then they have have a son to try to take over their legacy, it's just it's hard because you have to
Definitely,
live up to that now.
definitely,
You know what I
definitely.
mean? Like you have to live up to that, and it's like that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I
sure,
mean?
for sure.
You know. So yeah, man.
I mean, I guarantee you, if you know Jimmy Butler's dad actually taught him what he knew, he probably could have been a better version of him.
Yeah, come on, bro. Stop. 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 Okay. I know where
just,
you're going with that. I
just
know where you're
say,
going with that. I know where you're going with that, but yeah. Even he's not Clips and Jordan, okay?
you know, not anymore. I'll tell you that much.
That's funny though, man. But
All
yeah.
right, guys. Well, moving on. Shout
Jimmy
out.
Butler is a warrior. Remember, he's a warrior now. So
Oh yeah, for sure. I know he's a
shout
warrior.
out Jimmy Buckets. You know, he's with Dub Nation. So,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, they're I know Draymond said they're gonna win the championship this year. So so, you know, I know Draymond was just there's no such thing as bad press, but when you say
Yeah,
stupid
exactly.
things, it's kind of funny,
I
you
know.
know.
I
But
know.
they'll probably be the 6th seed at best, maybe 5 if they're lucky. But
Definitely.
yeah, yeah, they're not winning no championship this year. Don't worry.
Not for sure. For sure. All right, sorry guys. I know we finished our sports, but we jumped back into it just because it was kind of you know we just wanted to let you guys know, you know, like what's going
You
on.
have to. Yeah, I mean, we don't have any games to talk about. Of course, we're going to talk about some sports. It's very
Exactly,
important.
exactly.
Very important.
All right, well let's get into some political news, man. So Jay, you know we've been seeing all these discrepancies and you know in the social security payments and stuff. So what's going on now, man? Now they're saving us money. What is Doge doing?
Oh, shout out Doge, man. Doge has been doing its work, man. And so Elon is proposing for a Doge dividend, meaning so everything they collect, he's trying to get us U.S. taxpayers a $5,000 check from the Doge savings since they're
Nice.
yeah, hey, I'm all for this. I think everyone in America's for this. You know what I mean? So shout out Elon, man. I'm hoping he could pull something like that, man. Even if it's not 5G something, you know what I mean? It'd be nice for 5Gs though. That'd be
No,
cool. You know what I'm saying? But when I read that, I was like, hey, you know what I
well,
mean?
you're gonna have all these people that have been hating on it. You know what I mean? And they get a five thousand
And
dollar
then they're
check.
gonna be like, "Oh, I want a check too." You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You were just hating on all this, but oh, you want one now? Come on, bro.
Right,
You
right,
know what I mean? But shout out Trump and Elon, man. They're doing good things, man. So that's awesome.
right. So
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
20% says 20% is of the Doge savings to American
Yep.
citizens, and 20% goes to paying down the debt. You know,
Thanks. Ah, man. See what I mean? You're winning altogether. Like, come on. You know, this is why you have both of them together, making moves. So
exactly.
I hope that they're able to pull something off, man.
Yeah, and their goal. Musk stated that his goal of how much you know he's gonna save with like Doge like being
Yeah.
there is at least $1 trillion.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I mean.
oh my god, that's crazy.
Making
That's
moves, man. You know what I mean?
yep, yep.
I mean, just by doing all this each day, you know what I mean? The other thing I had read, it's not trending, but it was yesterday that they're laying off a lot of the IRS workers.
Yeah, I heard about
That
that
was
one.
that was yesterday though. When I saw it, I thought it was going to be trending today. But
Yeah,
yeah, they're laying off a lot of that. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, okay.
I know. I mean, just and I think I don't remember if we reported this on last Friday, but just in case you guys missed it, they also said that 1.9 billion was misplaced and unneeded Department of Housing and Urban Development funds, and they
Misplaced.
canceled. Yeah, they misplaced. That's what they say, and canceled 373 million in education department grants for diversity, equity, and inclusion training sessions. So
Yeah, that's why I said misplaced. Yeah,
I know, I know,
come on, man, come on.
that's crazy,
You know
man.
what I mean? So,
Crazy.
but it's a yeah, man. Yeah, I like what Doge is doing, man. I'm very very excited about it, and everything is trending in the right direction. Thank God.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yep,
So it's a very good thing, man.
definitely.
Yeah.
And you know what? Just for our Average Day Joe's community, shout out because we do have right now, we got 56 people watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for all this alpha we're giving you every day. But I do want to show you also a quick, it's like a 54-second video of
Of
what
what?
Trump talking about this whole Doge, this whole what is he's trying to give us back, some of this money. So I just want to play that real quick for you guys, because we are on this subject still. So
President Trump.
let me play this
I
for you
think I
guys.
saw. I think I saw this video. Go ahead,
Did
play it
you?
though.
Yeah, it's super short, so I'll go
Yeah,
over
yeah,
it
yeah.
real quick.
I'm pretty sure I saw it.
Under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the Doge savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt because the numbers are incredible, Elon. So many billions of dollars, billions, hundreds of billions, and we're thinking about giving 20% back to the American citizens and 20% down to pay back debt and pay down debt, which is, if you look at value, if it were a real estate balance sheet, the debt is tiny, but we still want to pay it down. Doesn't matter. We don't look at it as a piece of real estate. It's America. We're going to get it down through intelligence, hard work, and as Elon said, a word called caring. You have to care. By doing this, Americans will tell us where there's waste. They'll be reporting it themselves. They participate in the process of saving money.
So yeah, just want to play that for you guys real quick. Yeah, it's definitely good news for everybody, man. Definitely good news.
President Trump, Elon. I'm digging it.
Definitely. All right. Well, since we're on the subject of Trump and political news, I do want to share with you guys something. If you're from New York, something that you're either going to be happy about or not happy about. But basically, I didn't even know about this. I was just reading a little bit about this. Jay, did you know that New York, if you're like trying to get into Manhattan, they have something called congestion pricing, and they'll basically read your license plate and they'll charge you like $12 for driving into Manhattan?
Yeah, it's the tunnel. So
Is it?
they have the bridges like we have, but they also have the Midtown Tunnel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they've always had the
But this is only certain times. This is
yeah
not. Oh, okay.
yeah.
So
So that's what I mean. If you're going in, yeah, like it's because you know how populated NYC is, especially Manhattan. Yeah,
okay. So
it's just an extra added pricing.
so basically, the Trump administration they terminated it, the congestion
Of course,
pricing.
smart.
You know,
You know where President Trump is from, right?
no, he's from New York, right?
There you
Manhattan.
go.
He's done a lot.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
But I mean, no. But look, that doesn't make sense because if you were from Manhattan,
Uh-huh.
right? Wouldn't you want there to be less traffic, especially like, you know what I mean? Like it was. I'll give you the stats of basically how much traffic, how much like less there was of traffic when that was in place. It was down 9% with 1.2 million fewer vehicles entering the central business district.
Uh-huh.
But the bus speeds were up, crashes were down, and pedestrian traffic in business areas had surged. So they were,
Uh-huh.
and this is what the MTA was saying, because basically what happened is that once Trump announced this,
Yeah.
then the MTA is filing a lawsuit against it. So that's why they're trying to give the stats of that it was
So
actually a
you'd
good.
rather have that charged to everyone?
I mean, me personally,
That's
I don't.
rude.
Yeah, me personally, especially because I see it two ways. If you live in Manhattan, or if you're like, if you're doing like, Basically, if you live in Manhattan, I can't see any other scenario. If you're living in
Uh-huh.
Manhattan area, or you have to get through Manhattan to get to
Uh-huh.
another area,
Uh-huh.
that would be a good thing for those people because it would they still have to go through there, so they're going to get charged regardless.
Yeah.
But it's going to be much easier for them to get through. But let's say that you're a person who doesn't make that much money and your job
Okay.
is in Manhattan, or you know what I mean, you don't have a job at all, but you're trying to get to Manhattan and you can barely pay any kind of bills, then you're going to get charged a congestion fee that might be like, a lot of money for
Well, what
somebody.
are you doing in Manhattan then?
I'm saying, I mean, dude, if you live in New York, sometimes don't you want to like take your fam out and then go check out certain areas of where you live or like the places around you?
Well, I love Manhattan. It's one of my favorite places in the
Exactly.
world.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
like, you ain't gonna go there with no money. Manhattan. If you going to Manhattan, you spending some bread. It's just like going to SF, man.
Yeah, but they
You
got,
know.
dude, I mean, I see in Union Square in SF, I see window shoppers all day.
Okay, there's window shoppers on Fifth Ave and Madison too, and why?
Right.
But
So
that doesn't mean anything. Well, you're just talking about they took away the $12.
yeah,
That's what I mean. I don't see the argument.
I'm saying there's two arguments. One is it might be a good thing for certain people, and the other thing is that it could be a bad thing for certain people because some people might not be able to afford that and they just wanted to go check out the city of Manhattan in the first place.
Okay. Yeah,
Maybe
but
get
okay, you take away the 12, you're bringing back a lot of people to work now. You
yeah,
understand?
right,
That's what I'm saying. So people are working more now.
definitely.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not saying
you're
it's
right. You're
bad.
right about congestion and about traffic. But if
Mhm,
you live in Manhattan, you don't need. Most people are getting around by other things in Manhattan.
mhm.
Unless you feel like driving in traffic every day, that's up to you.
Right.
But most of the time, you get around Manhattan many different ways.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you
yeah,
don't even have to take. You don't have to take. You don't have to drive into Manhattan if you don't want to. You
definitely,
know.
definitely.
I have friends in Belmore and like Long Island and stuff. I take the Long Island Railroad,
Yeah, definitely.
to go in. So I mean, there's plenty of different ways. Obviously, there's if you have to hop in an Uber and stuff, you could do that too.
So your opinion is that Trump did it because he wanted to create more jobs and people to
Of
go into
course.
Manhattan to work?
Well, yeah. So you don't have to pay 12 every day. That's like crossing the Golden Gate.
Yeah,
Hey,
well, I mean,
I'm gonna go work in SF today. Oh, I gotta pay 12 a day. That
yeah,
sucks.
because they don't want people there. They don't want people
It,
in Marin in those areas
yeah,
unless
exact. Well, no,
you
no,
know,
no, no, no. Yeah, like no, but you have to go. You pay when you go into SF.
no, I'm saying is they don't want people living in those areas because if you live there, you're gonna have to cross into SF to work pretty much, and you have to pay that
Yes,
absurd
and you have to
toll.
pay that 12 exactly $12, and I think it is 12, right? Or is it
Now
11?
something like that, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's 11 or 12, but that's what I mean. Like, you want to work in SF and you live, like you said, in the North Bay, you're paying 12 a day.
Yeah.
I
What about
even what?
what about all the people from like the 60s, 70s that were living in those areas and they were their houses got grandfathered in when like the next generation moved into those houses and
Uh-huh.
maybe they don't have jobs that that's exactly the whole argument is that those people might not have the means to afford to cross a $12 bridge every day to get to San Francisco to work, so they would have to cross over like the San Rafael Bridge to get to the Bay Bridge and go through all that traffic, you know what I mean, going that way.
Now you're paying two bridges. Why would you do that?
uh
And you're paying more gas.
No, you wouldn't pay two bridges because San Rafael Bridge actually the toll is going the opposite way than
Oh
going.
yeah, because you're
Yeah,
going, yeah, but then you're going all that gas to the Bay Bridge just to
yeah,
pay what? That's like $8.
right, right.
Yeah.
Or maybe not to pay for gas, but just to pay to like get to the BART station on the other side of that San Rafael Bridge because they have BART. BART doesn't run through. Like didn't you notice that about Marin County and that whole rich area that
Yeah.
there's really not good public transportation to get you into the city? There's
Because you
like
don't need public transportation. Dude, Marin, Sausalito, Mill Valley, Tiburon, Belvedere, those are baller, bro.
I know,
That's like Hillsborough and Atherton out there mixed with SF.
I know.
Yeah, they didn't want no public transportation out there.
It's crazy.
Public transportation brings good things and bad, believe me.
Definitely,
You know what
definitely.
I mean? It's a double-edged sword, dude. It's not just great things that come out of public transportation, believe me.
Right,
You
right.
know? So that's why they don't have that in the North Bay, if you've noticed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like you said,
they have
you don't
one
see
bus.
BART. You don't see
Was that?
BART in the North Bay.
No, you don't. You don't. They don't
Exactly.
have any subways. Nothing. There's one
Nothing.
bus called like the
Yeah,
the
I've seen it.
the
The
Marin.
Marin Airporter.
There's something like that, and it's actually like a luxury looking bus. I bet you it's expensive to even get on. It's not like a
Of
regular
course it
public
is
bus.
because you're going across the Golden Gate first of all.
Yeah.
So you already know you're going, oh, okay, these areas. That's why there's a lot less crime out there. You know that, right?
No, definitely. I know. I
That's
mean,
what
look at
I'm
the area.
saying.
It's beautiful. It's
That's what
spotless.
I'm saying. So that's why that area is like that. You know
I
what I
know.
mean? It's not a bad thing.
That's
By
why
no means
Governor
is it a
Newsom
bad
lives
thing.
in that area. He has a mansion in Marin,
Of course he does. He
and
knows.
it was built with a blue roof on top of it.
Of course it was. He knows about DEWs. Come on, man.
Oh
You know.
man, I
Plus,
tell
he
you.
has his restaurant or winery in Napa, which he could get easily from there.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
never shut down during COVID. Remember?
Yeah, well, they had like private events in there, and then like somebody recorded them secretly, and they
Exactly.
had no masks on, no nothing during COVID. Oh my god, I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. I love the North Bay though, bro. Like,
Yeah, no,
like I love where I live now. I'm blessed, in the peninsula because
yeah,
I'm right next to SF. I don't have to cross bridges. I don't even have to leave. I have like the bubble area. I don't have to leave at all.
yeah.
I'm
Well,
right here.
let me ask you though, from where you live, because yes, you do live in a nice area, but if you didn't have to, like, if if money work was not an issue at all, like you didn't have to work in the Bay Area at all,
Uh-huh.
but I know you love the Bay.
I do.
Would you want to then, like, and you can afford it, like a big mansion? Would you want to live in like Marin or one of those areas then? Would you think about buying a house there, or maybe a different area of
I
California?
l- I love Mill Valley. I love Belvedere, and I love Tiburon for sure.
So those areas.
Yeah, I
Okay.
love those areas. But obviously, like I said, I'm more on the. I love my weather out here, bro. You know how it is out here.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so my area, especially right here by SF2, we get the fog all year, bro.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
And it's nice and cold all year. They don't get that in Marin, dude. It's
Yeah,
hot.
yeah.
I so that already that turns me off just because of that. I like those areas, but yeah,
Marin is still okay. It's not that bad. I'll say once you get into San Rafael, it starts getting much hotter because you're
well,
getting
that's
more.
way too hot. That's already past every city I just mentioned.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
San Rafael's past all that, dude. That's where Dominican University is. That's
Right.
like,
But like
oh, dude, that
Tiburon, Belvedere, all those are on water, and the water is cold in the bay, so
exactly.
it kind
Yes,
of keeps it a little bit more cool.
but it's 80s over there, dude. When it's hot,
No, definitely, definitely.
that sucks.
I know 80s to you is hot. I'm thinking like 90s, 100s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 80s to me is very hot, dude, because when it's 80s everywhere and the fog is right here, it's still 63,
Yeah, definitely.
60. I'll take 63 and 60, bro.
I know, I know.
All day. All day, man. That's for me. But
Yeah,
that's me. That's
I
not a
love
lot
that
of
area
people.
too. I would love that area. You know.
Where in the North Bay?
Yeah, Norbay. I would definitely
Yeah.
like try to get a house somewhere up in the hills over there. We got all the
Yeah.
trees, like,
Super
oh man,
nice. Super
so
nice,
beautiful,
bro.
so beautiful.
Super nice. Like I said, no vagrants.
Yeah,
Super nice out there. Like that's what I'm saying. It's a nice area. But
right.
like I said, I'm very about the weather.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That. What about south of the bay? Like, would you consider anywhere south of the bay at all, or no?
What do you mean south? Like
Like,
towards San Jose?
like maybe a little bit past San Jose. Like, and
No,
I'll say nothing over
no,
there. So
nah.
I went today in the daytime. I went to Carmel, and I was like, man, that
Oh,
area
that's real nice.
that's what I'm saying. Like that area, you know what I mean? If
Yeah.
I could afford
Well,
it, Carmel, I might get a house
well,
there, bro. It's
well,
beautiful.
Carmel, Monterey, that's all nice. That's over by, and then you could go to Big Sur.
Yeah,
That's real
exactly.
nice over there, and it's cold. It's still cold over there
Yeah,
because you're
exactly.
on the coast.
Exactly.
But it's just too far away from city life for me.
But you know what I enjoy about those two areas is that they look a lot more tropical than like the
Yeah,
North Bay. They actually have palm trees. Like
of
you
course,
literally, you feel like you want to go on the beach and like sip a Mai Tai over there.
of course. But think about it. Now you're 2 hours away from San Francisco.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's what I mean. See, I need a big city around me, man. I like city life, man.
Yeah,
I really do. And no matter how much like I don't know, I have to be attached. Obviously I like the hills life, obviously, but
yeah,
I could hop hop, skip, jump, like 10-minute drive. I'm in SF already.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I mean. I like being able to access that at any time, any given time.
I understand.
That to me, that's a luxury. You know, like so, like for example, if I wanted to get a crib, like you said in the North Bay, like another crib, right? I would look into St. Francis Woods first in San Francisco, just because that's me. Like, because it's the same type of cribs, but you're in SF.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's like, oh, dude, now I'm in it, and you know what I mean. Like, so that for me, it's just a little different.
Yeah, that's
I would rather invest in that. Huh?
Way too cold for me.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. That you're too cold for you, but see, to me, that's more like, hey, dude, that's more up my alley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now you have those type of cribs, but they're in SF, little area. You know what I mean? But okay, cool. Now I really could access anything. Boom, 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 boom. You know?
To
That's
me,
though.
No, for sure. To me, the only place worth living in SF, because I don't like city life like that. It's too congested. But if I had to pick an SF to live in a certain neighborhood, I would definitely pick like Diamond Heights, Twin Peaks area.
Diamond Heights? Twin Peaks?
Yeah, Twin Peaks.
Really?
That makes sense to me because then you're overlooking the whole bay, the whole city. You got the night city lights, and then you're right. You drive down that Market Street, and then you're basically right there, and like basically have all of downtown and like.
Yeah, I get you, but you're talking about cold. That's super cold.
That's what I'm saying. If
the higher up you go, the more it's colder.
No, if I had to, it was just for the view, literally just for the view. Of the city.
Yeah. Well, you get panoramic views in Twin Peaks.
Panoramic views is beautiful, and the mansions up there are pretty nice too. You know, so.
Of course, different type of mansions though. Now you don't have your front and back lawns. You don't have because you're connected now.
Right.
That's what I mean. To me, that's a different type of living. So it's like, do I like my neighbor that much to spend this much on a mansion?
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm spending 10 mil on this mansion, like, but I don't have front and backyard now. I have my neighbor like connected to me. Like, nah, I'm cool, bro.
Yeah.
No thanks. That's funny because look, literally like 5 minutes away from there, St. Francis Woods, and you got, like I said, front and back lawn. You get like, you have your perimeter. You know what I mean? It's like, man, it's 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because that's literally right there too.
Oh, definitely.
That's what I'm saying. So to me, it's like, damn, like, yeah, see, that wouldn't be for me just because of how close you are.
All I'm saying is if I knew that if for any reason a tsunami's going to hit us, I'm good, man. I'll be good.
Of course.
You know what I mean? In the Twin Peaks area.
Of course, man. Yeah, I love the Peaks, man. My boy my close homie his dad has a building in Twin Peaks.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Well, he has like 9 buildings around San Francisco. Yeah. But he lives in the one in Twin Peaks. Okay. So it's cool. It's nice. You know what I mean? Yeah. He just has a lot of apartment buildings too. Definitely. But the one in Twin Peaks is cool. It's off of Corbett up there. Cool area, nice, quiet, but like you said, it's up there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Best views. You know what I'm saying?
All right, guys, let's move on. Shout out to the 66 people watching us. I hope you liked your little geography lesson of San Francisco. If you guys never been, we kind of just went over it a little bit with you guys in the area surrounding.
Well, of course, man.
So, Jay, what is happening in Detroit, man? You're talking about some crazy stuff happening out there, man.
Oh, man. It was weird seeing the photos, man. A main water line broke. And basically everything was flooded in the streets, and it was like flooding like normal. You're like, oh, okay, there's just a lot of water. Then it froze because of the weather. So a lot of cars and everything in Detroit are like stuck. It's very weird, dude. I was like, oh my God. Like when I was looking at the pictures, on X, I was like, holy shit. Like, I mean, it's like, just imagine your car or any cars all on the street just submerged in like ice.
Yeah, that's all ice then on the streets.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I mean, because it's coming up to like midway of the door, so your car is submerged and now it's just ice.
Like they even brought their boats out. They brought their boats out thinking they're going to be able to like use boats out there and stuff. It's like, nope.
I mean, you better chance of ice skating down that, man. That's crazy. Dude, that was crazy when I seen that. I was like, hold on, what the hell? Yeah, I was tripping, dude. The ice flood, that's a trip, man. Yeah, that just tripped me out. I was like, oh my God. That would suck, bro. I'd be hella mad. Like if I was trying to go somewhere and then, hold on, what's going on, man? The car's submerged and how the hell am I gonna move? You know? That would suck, bro.
And this was
I'm telling you.
Southwest Detroit, right?
Yeah, I don't know what part of Detroit it's at, honestly, but I watched the videos. I don't know the exact address, but
Yeah,
this was like I said, it was trending, and I was like, oh hell no, man, I'd be super mad.
that's crazy. I'm gonna go over.
Yeah, it just tripped me out, man. I was like, ice flood, so it caught my attention.
I'm gonna go over these
But yeah,
photos with the people.
yeah, man, it's crazy. Just show the photos, man. There's a lot of them on X, and there's
So it
videos and stuff.
yeah, it looks like a Minnesota lake, man. I thought that we were
That's
in
that,
Detroit.
yeah, but it's like frozen. That's the
Oh yeah,
crazy part. Like it'll show, like it shows like the cars, and they're all submerged in ice.
yeah.
Like that's what I mean. It's not like you could just get in and drive away, dude. Like what the hell, bro? That's
Yeah, I
crazy
saw
to
that.
me. Yeah,
Yeah, so,
it's a trip. It's a trip. Like I can understand snow. You know what I mean? Because
like
that
look at
that
the
happens
people.
all the time,
You can look at like people's backyards, bro. Like how do you like you're gonna need so many bags of salt and like to
right?
de-ice that, you know what I mean?
That's
Like
what I mean. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. That's crazy. It just tripped me out, man. Like I said, I was like, oh hell no, that's crazy to me.
oh look, they saved somebody on the boat over here.
I saw that.
Oh no.
Yeah, man. But yeah, the ice flood, bro. Detroit ice
So yeah,
flood.
it says it's like a neighborhood of Southwest Detroit. Oh my God, and it's a city. It's aging city infrastructure. So basically, that means that the city of Detroit is going to be having a lot of payouts for
Uh, I'm
damages that have
sure.
occurred. You know.
I'm sure. I'm sure, bro. It's just yeah, it was nuts, man. Like the photos I saw of it when like I said, when it froze,
Yeah.
when the water froze. That
Have,
was
oh, so here's a good picture of one of the cars in the water. I don't know if you can see
oh,
that.
dude, if you look on X, there's a whole there's like people have actual photos and videos of their cars submerged in, and I mean the water's up to like the mid door.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's crazy. And I mean, but no, it's flooded. Like so it's frozen that high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it looks like ice skating. Like it looks like if you put cars in the ice skating rinks.
Right.
It's crazy.
But check this out. So we were just talking about how the news, they like to kind of, even if like the event actually happened, how they kind of like spin things around and they kind of make it seem even like worse than it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, like look at this picture clearly. Like look, to me this is totally fake, like the way that they did it, because you got a whole bunch of like, I mean, these are like grown adults, men, in a boat, and it shows you like you got some guy pushing, but if it's frozen, what is he pushing? Like, I don't understand how you pushing four guys in a boat. You know what I mean? Like this to me is just done by by the news
I
media
know.
outlets to kind of just like you know what I'm saying, right?
I do. I do. Well, pushing the narrative, man.
Like come on, man. Like you serious? Like how you guys gonna like where are you guys going? Like, come
That's what
on,
I
man.
mean, man. Like,
Like you got a whole family in the boat. You got like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 guys trying to push them in the ice. Like,
right? Like,
oh
that's what I mean, man. Like,
man, shout out to the 6 people watching. If any of you guys are actually watching this, then these pictures, please let us know what you think. Do you think this is kind of staged a little bit? I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but do you think that they make it so much more worse than than what it really is? So we want
well,
your
if
opinion.
anyone lives in Detroit in this area, chime in, please, because I want to know about this, man.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
crazy, man. Like, I told you, the pictures and videos I saw, man, of the like how high that water is, it's nuts, dude. Or like I said, because it's frozen.
Yeah,
And all the cars are all submerged in it. That's crazy to me, man.
definitely.
That's nuts. It's nuts.
All right. Well, that is our Detroit weather news. I will give you guys the weather forecast for tomorrow for Detroit later on in the segment. So we will kind of see if the temperatures are letting up or not. But moving on. So for all you guys who don't know, we just want to let you know that Jay is an Apple guy and I am the Android guy. I love Android phones. I tried an Apple phone. I never liked it. I just couldn't deal with it. And then
It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard, by the way.
Jay has tried a Android phone before, and he didn't like it at all either. I believe he has like a Microsoft Surface Pro that he probably took out once because he's just not part of that.
So it's the worst thing ever, man. Like I've had an iPhone since '07, bro. Like trying to use an Android phone, like I try because all my friends have Androids. You know, it's weird. Only the girls have iPhones, honestly. All the guys have Androids, and I was like, let's try this thing, dude.
Yeah.
It was the worst experience I ever had.
Definitely.
I would never get an Android phone. It's horrid.
And that's exactly how I
iPhones.
feel about Apple.
Nah, man. A 4-year-old could use an iPhone. That's what I mean. I could do stuff with my iPhone when I'm sleeping. That's what I like. You know what I mean? I'm all about just I'm user friendly and making it like that easy to where I could do things and not even have to look.
Yeah, I totally agree with you that I definitely feel that that Android is not as user friendly as Apple.
Definitely not.
But because of that, you can also hack into Androids a little bit easier, and you can do stuff that you would normally have to pay for on Apple. And that's what I like about Android is being able to kind of not have to go through the system and kind of do my own things.
I get it. You could create your own apps. I get it. Like when I worked corporate, they always had my iPhone, so the IT guys could be like, "Hey, can we put the app so on Apple?" They will not approve an app unless you have 72 hours to make that app excellent. 72. If it's not up to Apple standard, your app will not be updated and not on there.
Definitely.
And so they always used to borrow my iPhone, you know, when I worked at Yelp.
I know Apple's on a different standard. Like I said, it's just a matter of opinion at this point. But talking about Apple, since you are the Apple guy, what is in the Apple news for our technology sector of the show?
Just a new iPhone. It's a 16e. You know what I mean? It's just another version of the iPhone. You know, so they usually have a Pro, they have a 16, and now they usually come out with an E, which is a little bit cheaper. You know what I mean? But it still has all the features and everything, you know, but it's just a little more affordable. That's all.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean? It has obviously it has the A18, you know, for the Apple Intelligence, the last generation chip. Huh?
They kept the chip for the performance, right?
Yeah, the A18. Yeah, exactly. So it's basically what they do is they try to come out with, I don't want to say the economy phone, but you have the Pro that has everything extra. You have the actual number, which is like, say, the 16 right now, you know, and then you have the E, which is a little cheaper, but has all the same things, just not as good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you'll have the A18, but it's like you'll have a little like your camera will still be cool, but you'll have a little less like hours, let's say, if you're trying to do video playback and stuff, you know?
What about like megapixels? Are the megapixels going to be less, you think, on the E's? For the cameras?
Maybe compared to the Pro, but I mean it says 48. You know what I mean?
Oh, is that what the Pro has? 48?
No, that's what the E has.
Oh, and what does the Pro have? Do you know or no?
Yeah, I don't know what the Pro has, but I mean the difference. What I will say, you know, like because the E will have the 4-core GPU. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the regular iPhone, the 16, just not Pro, will have the 5-core GPU. They'll have little differences like that.
Okay.
Very little differences. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
It's just a way of like, okay, you want this, you have to upgrade a little more. That's just how Apple is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You pay a little more for a little extra. Do you understand?
Gotcha.
That's really all it is.
What about build quality?
What do you mean?
Is this, do they build it like the same like the Pros, like the build quality of it? Like do they use the same exact stuff?
Yeah, of course I use the same exact stuff, but like I said, there's going to be things that are a little less. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, like that's all it is.
The one thing I do see that they are keeping on the E is the artificial intelligence that just came out for Apple.
Well, you have to. That's their new thing, AI. Obviously, you know, you have to have that with all phones now, especially on Apple. And
Cool.
even if you didn't have it, it'll update on your phone with the update.
Gotcha.
Apple's very good about their updates. You know what I mean? Whenever new stuff comes out, as long as your phone is above, say, they have different numbers. Like I think it's above a 12, you'll get all the stuff with the updates.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
So, but yeah, no, this is it's cool that they came out with an E. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's never a bad thing. It's you want to have more of a product, you know, or I would say to choose from. They've always been like that. You know what I mean?
So it looks like they only have two colors to choose from, right? The black and the white one.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
No, that's cool. Look at that graphics, like on this one, on the E. They're still really good.
Well, it's not a bad phone, and by no means. It's just like I said, you'll have that, and then you'll have the regular, then you'll have the Pro. So the Pro will be a little better than the regular. The regular is going to be a little better than the E. That's just how it works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just how it works. That's what I mean. So it's like it's just different tiers, but you're still getting the same exact stuff, just a little not as strong. Let's say. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm reading kind of what it says here too. It says that ChatGPT seamlessly is integrated into the writing tools and Siri.
Yeah, it's like I said, Apple Intelligence too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. Yeah, you can never go wrong with an iPhone though, man. It's never you can never go wrong with iPhones, you know.
Right.
iPhones are always on point. Like I said, I've never had any problems with an iPhone.
No, that's nice. Yeah, it looks like a nice phone. I definitely
Oh, for sure.
for people that don't want to spend the freaking
The extra
$3,000 you guys' phones cost, you know, this will be a good option.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I mean. You know, me, I get the Pro. That's just me. You know what I mean? But not I do a lot of stuff on my phone, so I expect it to run excellent. You know?
Right. And the picture quality on this looks pretty good too. Like this
for sure. No, it's not, dude. You have to have that. That's what I mean. They have certain standards for their phones.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Oh,
You know.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. So it's cool that I didn't even know that dropped until I saw. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And 4K videos at 60 FPS and with Dolby Vision, that's pretty dope too.
Of course. I mean, 4K is kind of standard with the iPhones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would say at least. You know,
And,
when we record, it's always in in that.
Yeah, and I don't know how this whole thing works. I don't even know if like your iPhone does this, but it says that the iPhone 6e offers groundbreaking satellite features, including messages, Find My Phone, roadside assistance, and emergency SOS via satellite.
Yeah, all iPhones have it.
They do. Oh, okay. So you
just have to you just have to turn it on.
And is that Starlink or what satellite is that? Or does Apple?
No, it's not Starlink. Apple has their own thing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm asking you because I don't know personally. I'm trying to figure this out myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So it comes with all that stuff, but you have the option. You know, you don't have to have that on. You know, it's just in case. A lot of it's just in case if a lot of people lose their phones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know how anyone in life would lose a phone, but that happens. A lot of people are just careless about that. I don't know. I'm like a hawk with anything I own, so I don't really have those problems, and I always have my iPhone on my hip. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
So yeah. And if it's not on my hip, it's on my it's filming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So it's on my tripod. It's like, okay, it's right there.
Cool. And last question about the iPhone before we move on. So with that iPhone, for our Average Day Joe's community, shout out to the 69 people watching.
Yeah.
Do you know like when it's supposed to be available for people or?
I didn't see. Usually, I did not see when it was going to be available. I would think soon though.
Oh, I found it. It says
couple months.
For all the people out here, if you guys are looking into this one, it'll be available for pre-order beginning Friday, February 21st, and it'll be available to buy Friday, February 28th. So.
Oh, look at that! See, yeah, I thought it was going to be a couple months, like March, April, but that's cool. See?
A couple weeks.
That's not bad at all. That's like, if you want, if you want to pick up that iPhone, that's cool, man.
Oh yeah.
You can't never go wrong with an iPhone, man. iPhone, like I said, it's never done me wrong. Every iPhone I've owned has just been excellent.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. No,
You know what I
it looks
mean?
nice, man. It looks nice, especially for
Yeah.
people who have a budget in mind, and especially like
Yes.
I know like that kind of phone. I would picture more people doing like they would buy themselves the pros, like the mom and dad, or the mom or the dad, and then they would give the child the E type thing.
Exactly. That's a good way to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very good way to do it.
Steve Jobs was a brilliant marketer, I guess.
Well, Steve Jobs was on another level.
I know, I know.
Who
I,
knows which way Apple's going? They have their VR they're selling. You know what I mean?
yeah,
The VR, the
yeah.
goggles. So they're trying to get heavy into that, obviously. But they tried to put. Did you see the Apple car?
No.
So they had a car they were working on for 10 years and they just terminated it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they put a lot of, Apple's the ballingest company. They're $1 trillion company, obviously. But they had a car they were working on for 10 years. It looked good. It
Uh-huh.
looked like the Lucids, but they just terminated the whole project because it was gonna be an AI car.
Uh-huh.
And they had this going, and like I said, if Steve Jobs was here, he would have had that thing on point.
Oh, for sure.
But they were working on this for 10 years and they just terminated it because it just wasn't, they couldn't get it to their standard.
Yeah.
And that sucks because that's 10 years down from a project that should have been, ready. And I get where they were going because, like, hey, if they started releasing a car, you know what I mean? Like Google, you know what I mean? Google has Waymo, and then obviously Elon has Teslas and his robo vans, robo taxis. That would have been cool to have an Apple car out here. You know how much that would have sold?
A lot.
Exactly, man. Think about that. Like you have an iPhone market. Hey, blah blah blah. You integrate that iPhone with that car. Jesus, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's similar to what Elon's gonna do with Starlink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Because he's doing Starlink now. Guess what he'll come out with? Guarantee you he comes out with a phone.
Oh, I know. I know.
And that would be a smart play for him, dude. That'd be like that. You're winning all day.
I
I'd
know.
even think about buying Elon's phone if he came out with one.
I would
I
too.
love my iPhone too. I love my iPhone.
I would too, but probably the second generation, not the first
Oh, you
generation.
never want to buy first gen. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even with the robots, I don't want a first gen robot. I gotta
Right.
wait for the second one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like with the AI coming out. Obviously, first gen with the AI, gotta wait, man. Gotta wait for that second gen. Okay, second wave, get out all the bugs. Cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
But there's a lot of people like, oh, I want it now, 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 now. You know how people are.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you would think I would get an iPhone because the creator of the whole Apple was a Polish guy or Polish roots, Steve Wozniak. You know,
Yeah,
you know who that is, right?
I do.
Yeah. So he
I
has.
didn't know he was Polish.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I did not know.
So you would think I would get my own iPhone, but shout out to any Polish people watching, man. Shout out. Since we're talking about Apple and the creator.
Apple's where it's at though, bro. It's
Definitely.
cool that Apple's right there too. It's literally,
Yeah,
they've come a long way, bro. You know what I mean?
I know.
I remember back in the day, man, with Apple and then Macintosh and then, everything. It was crazy.
I'm
He had a,
currently.
he had a, he had a hard run, man.
Yeah, he did. No, he did. Really good one.
So he came up big and, like, yeah, I thought, man, I still have both my iPods. I love my iPod, bro. That was
Yeah,
one of my favorite things.
definitely.
You know what I mean? I
Definitely.
still use that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. I know.
Oh, I love my iPod, bro. Like, I love that thing, dude. Obviously, when I want to stream, I use my new iPhone, obviously, but there's times where this iPhone is filming or I'm streaming with it, and when I'm in the gym, what do I have? I have my iPod.
Right. Right.
All the old school jams on there, bro.
I know.
I,
And it
I'm
still
about
works,
that life.
surprisingly.
Oh, what do you mean, my iPod?
Yeah, everything works perfectly on it.
Oh, it works better than stuff today. I don't even have to, that iPod I have. It's the 160 gig one. 160 gig. Imagine that back in the day.
Yeah.
And I charge that thing once every maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
Literally 2 months. And I use it multiple times a week.
Definitely.
Dude, that was way ahead of its time. The only reason they terminated that one was because they wanted to come out with the iPod Touch,
Yeah, I remember.
which was way like, oh, it'll be just like an iPhone. So they terminated that one I got, the 160 gig. and that one was way better. But they wanted to sell those iPod touches for way more money.
Right.
I saw it. Like I saw the whole marketing scheme from it. You know.
I think one of the things that really turned me off from the iPhones is that remember they got busted for like tampering with, I guess you could say, like battery life on the phones, where basically after a certain amount of years, like your battery life was like you can't even like use the
I know.
phone.
I have all, dude. The funny thing is, I have all my old iPhones. They all work, they all work on the same network, you know.
Yeah.
So they're not in service, but I use them all at my house because they're all under my Wi-Fi. They all work excellent, all of them. And yes, some of the batteries they were doing that, you know. But they sent me a check.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So they got in trouble for that, right? So if you had old iPhones and they were all registered, dude, I got like a couple $100 check.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, just because they got sued for that.
Yeah.
And they sent me a check. I was like, hey, there we go. That's cool. You know.
So that was like a class action lawsuit, huh?
Yeah. Well, they got sued for that because they proved they were doing that, and I knew they were doing that. You know what I mean? Because then when you bought the new phone, it's like, hey, look at this the battery's great. You know.
Exactly.
But yeah, they were doing that, and they got in trouble, and I don't know why that turned you off from getting an actual iPhone again, but
because I'm like, you have to spend so much money just to get the phone, and then after like 2 years, I got to get a new phone because their freaking batteries are gonna die on me hella quick.
Yeah, but it's not like that no more. It's not like that, dude. That like obviously I have the new phone now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I had that 8 for so many years. The 8.
I know.
You know, I even had the 10 after that. You know, the X, and I didn't even use it because I loved my 8.
But you know what? I used at that time when that came out, I was also using my phone very differently than most people because I was doing Uber, and with Uber, you're literally leaving your phone on for 12 hours a day, using it. You know what I mean? To the point where
okay. So that's a little different. That's a big app.
Yeah, and then you're literally having that phone like charging and uncharging every freaking couple hours. You know what I mean? So
okay, that makes more sense. So
yeah.
That's a pretty big app, Uber. So yeah, I get it. I get it.
Definitely. All right, guys. Well, that is our Apple news. We have the iPhone 16e coming out February 28th. So if you missed that part, shout out to the 71 people watching. Please like, subscribe, and share while we give you all this alpha. And let's move on to some crypto news. Before we get to crypto news, I want to know what the movie of the day that Jay is watching. Jay, what is your movie of the day?
I was just about to say, this is one of my favorite Harrison Ford movies. It just happened to be on. It was on TV, and I was like, I got to check it out. It's called The Fugitive. Remember, we were talking about that.
Oh, The Fugitive.
But what I will say about this one is that since we went over Harrison Ford movies yesterday, Tommy Lee Jones is in this too.
Oh, okay, that's even.
So we could pick the Tommy Lee Jones movies,
right?
Because we did a whole Harrison Ford segment yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But yeah, this is one. It was on, and I was like, "Oh, dude, that's one of my favorite movies. I gotta throw that on."
You know what's funny was that because when I seen it was Harrison Ford in a way, I was like, yes, and then I was like, we don't have to get into any more of his movies. I was gonna be like, yo, why don't you just turn the Lakers game on for me?
Yeah, I'd rather watch The Fugitive than the Lakers. Sorry, not a Laker fan here, buddy. But so obviously Tommy Lee Jones, another big actor, bro. So he had major movies too since we did the whole Harrison Ford thing.
Exactly. So this is The Fugitive, and what
excellent.
For our Average Day Joes community, what is it about? If you haven't watched it, I think it was like a 90.
Oh, The Fugitive is one of the best movies he made. He's a doctor, you know, and he comes home to his wife being murdered, and he says it's by a one-armed man. No one believes him, but also he's a doctor. Why would he kill his wife, right?
Right.
So you know what I mean. They're trying. Obviously the feds. You got the police. They're trying to figure this out. Like, hold on, what's going on? But in the court of law, he got convicted. Why? Because everything went against him. Like, okay, yeah, one-armed man is in there. There's no evidence, no nothing, and then he ends up going to prison. But he ends up not breaking out, but the whole like someone, I don't remember how. Oh, the like train crashed or the bus crashed. So there was a bus that crashed, and then he ended up escaping with another convict, but they went their own ways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he's like, "All right, now I got to change my look. I got to figure out who set me up, because
Right.
obviously." And it ended up being I don't want to give too much away, but he was in bed with some pharmaceutical companies,
Uh-huh.
and they were basically manipulating his the samples he was giving to because you're dealing with big money now. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
And so they wanted him out of the picture. So that's why they framed him. Yeah, great movie, dude. Great movie. Like I
So,
said, one of my
so what
favorites.
is Tommy Lee's part in this? What is he doing?
He's the head guy, like going after Harrison Ford.
Going after him. Okay.
Yeah, the head guy, like U.S. Marshal.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the top dog. So
Okay. Gotcha.
that's who they call when they want to get their their suspect.
Right.
Yeah, so he always plays that part excellent, dude.
I know. I know. He's
You know
always
what I mean?
parts.
He's just that's like that. He's known for like you just know like okay, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a real one.
The other one is comedy, like in Men in Black. He still plays that kind of part.
That's what I mean. Yeah, but
You
but Tommy Lee's solid, very solid, dude. Good actor, bro. One of my favorites for sure.
So The Fugitive. What would you rate that movie? 1 out of 10.
9.7.
9.7. Okay.
Yeah, 9.7 for sure. It's really up there, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of if you haven't seen that, you need to see that. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
They even came out with another one after it. It's not based on the same thing, but it's called U.S. Marshals.
Oh, okay.
It's with Tommy Lee Jones, but instead of this type of storyline, it's with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Oh, you remember? Okay, yeah. So that's basically based off the same character, the Tommy Lee character. So it's like, okay, cool. So they just kept on with the same character.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
No,
That's another great movie, man. That's one of my favorite U.S. Marshals.
definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I agree with you on your rating for The Fugitive. I definitely would say 7 as well. That's definitely a good one to check out.
Oh, for sure.
Since we did do Harrison Ford yesterday and all his movies and everything, like that we usually talk about. So we'll do Tommy Lee Jones for our Average Day Joe's community.
That's what I'm saying. We'll do the Tommy. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Tommy Lee Jones. What is your favorite movie of Tommy Lee Jones?
Man, that's a tough one, man, because I have two.
Okay,
I have two. I'll have to go with,
Say two then. Definitely we can say.
Oh yeah, I'll have to go with. I don't know if you saw The Client, but The Client was one of my favorite ones, dude.
The Client.
Oh man. Oh yeah, I saw that when I was young, man. I was a youngster watching The Client, dude. Basically, this kid witnesses a murder, but the murder was by a mafia guy.
Yep.
And basically, Tommy Lee plays. He's a lawyer.
Yep.
He's a prosecutor. And he needs this kid as a witness to testify against his mafia family. But the mafia has this kid so scared that he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, yeah, it's a hell of a movie, dude. Trust me, The Client. If I were you, I'd check that out.
I did see that movie now that you're mentioning it because I remember that one. But what's funny was I didn't remember that he was in it because it was actually Sigourney Weaver that played such a big part in that one.
No, Susan Sarandon.
Oh, Susan Sarandon. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because the kid hired her as a lawyer for $1.
Right, exactly. I remember that.
She's like, "How much you got?" And he's like, $1. But yeah, that was one of my favorite ones for sure, dude. The Client. If you haven't checked that out, you should check that out. And I'd say Double Jeopardy. Because I already said U.S. Marshals, the second one of this, you know what I mean? But Double Jeopardy, oh man, excellent movie as well.
What is that one about? I never seen Double Jeopardy.
It's with Ashley Judd. Basically, she's married to this guy, and he ends up basically faking his death, and she gets prosecuted for it, and she goes to prison. Come to find out later that he changed his name, cashed out the whole insurance thing, and had a whole nother life now with her best friend.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then Tommy Lee is in it as basically when she gets out of prison, she goes to this like not safe house, but place where they have, like where you have your probation, and he's the PO.
Yeah, yeah,
And then yeah, so he plays a big part in there as well because he ends up starting believing her story because she's trying to do anything she can to figure out how to get a hold of her ex-husband.
yeah.
Oh, it's a great one too, man. Double Jeopardy. If you haven't seen that, I'd suggest you watch that, man.
Okay, so those are your two favorite movies.
Without a doubt, man. You know what I mean? I know which one you're gonna say too, because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
I
so
know it's on the list because it's on my DVR.
I was actually going to ask you if you've seen it because I
No.
remember telling you about it. Like,
Yeah, it's on my DVR, bro. I literally have it. I recorded it like a month ago.
Okay,
I just haven't had the time to sit there and watch it. So I know that's one of your favorites.
it's one of the better movies out there. So yeah, for all who you don't know what we're talking about, we're basically talking about No Country for Old Men. That one was definitely one of my favorite movies. It was a 2007 movie with him in it, and man, that movie it's one of those movies you got to follow kind of closely because it's very like drama filled. But yeah, it's basically about a hitman who's trying to get back some stolen cash, and they hire this like hitman that Tommy Lee has to figure out, like, you know what I mean, like who this guy is and stuff, and he's like following all the clues. But
Is he a detective? What is
yeah,
he?
he was like a detective. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's got to figure out who the hitman is.
Who the hitman is, but this hitman
Okay.
is like just some crazy ass dude who just don't care about nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and then they got like Josh Brolin and Brolin in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really one of the better movies. That's one of my favorite movies of his. Yeah, and the thing is, I'm not going to give it out, but in that movie, the thing that gives it a nice little twist is that Tommy G. Loans. So he was an aging lawman. Actually, he was like a sheriff of the city.
Okay.
And the first murders happened or something. So I guess he was just trying to kind of plot it all together. He wasn't really like a detective like in the other movies like that, but he was doing detective work. But what makes that movie interesting, I'm not going to tell you what happens, obviously, is that Tommy Lee Jones in that movie, he actually had a pretty dark secret of his own
okay. Yeah, don't tell me because now, yeah, okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to know.
So I'll say that one, and I'll name another one as well, just because he has so many good movies that it's hard not to name.
Yeah, I know.
his really good movies. But if I had to go with a second favorite on that one, I'm gonna say it, and this might even be a little bit not. I'll say it'll be underrated for the newer people, for the newer generation, not for our generation, but for the newer generation, it might be even underrated, and that would be Under Siege with Steven Seagal.
Bro, how are you gonna say that's underrated?
Or the
Are you
newer
crazy?
generation. That's why I made it specific.
Bro.
The newer generation, because I guarantee you, has not seen Under Siege.
Bro, come on, man. That's Steven Seagal, bro. Are you crazy?
We got 69 people watching. If any of you here are 30 years of age or under, and you have seen Under Siege,
that's a hell of a movie, dude. Are you crazy?
Because I don't think a lot of people like 30 or below, of age have seen that movie. Like, that is a movie that more of our generation probably seen. That was like, because Steven Seagal, that's like our times.
That's what I mean. That's one of the best movies, bro.
And that's why for me, I love it because it is one of the best movies. So that one, and No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, I got it. I forgot he was in Under Siege, man. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Oh yeah,
man. I love that movie, bro.
I know.
You know what I mean?
He actually played a bad guy in that movie.
That's what I mean. That's just weird, man. You know what I mean? That's one of my favorite movies too, man. I totally forgot he was in that.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
So let me ask you, underrated movie of his, what would you choose?
I would go with The Hunted. You probably never seen that, but it's a great movie. It's with him and I can't remember that guy's name. It's not Antonio Banderas. It's the other guy. What's his name, bro? I can't remember his name, dude.
Is it Enrique Iglesias?
No, what the No, Benicio del Toro. There you go,
Oh,
bro.
I love that actor.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So he said Enrique. Nah, man, but that's an underrated movie. I don't think a lot of people have seen that. Basically, Tommy Lee Jones, he basically had a whole camp of like killers
Uh-huh.
that he trained. Like
Oh,
these are actually killers he trained for like like CIA purposes, FBI, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And they basically go out and do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
And one of his students went AWOL. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like he lost it in a war. Like so when he came back to the actual states, he just his mind was so into like killing and war that he set up his own thing. He just started killing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
okay.
Tommy Lee, just from how the people were murdered in the woods,
Yeah.
he knew it was one of his students because of the certain, because he taught them how to survive and how to make these certain like knife things to kill. You know what I mean? Certain
Yeah.
blades. So he's like, oh, I know exactly. And so he ends up having to go find him, fight him, and kill him. Sucks,
Yeah.
but it's a good movie. It's underrated
Actually,
though. I don't think a lot of people have seen that one.
yeah. I personally have seen that movie, but I definitely kind of forgot about it. You know what I mean? Until
Yeah,
you brought
it's a
it
good
up
movie.
right
It's a great movie.
now. And yeah, both of those, both him, Tommy Lee, and Benicio del Toro, they play really good. They're
That's what
like
I mean.
superb in that in both those movies. I mean, in that movie.
Can't believe you brought up Under Siege, bro. I forgot about I gotta watch Under Siege, dude. That's one of my favorites, dude. Shout out. I know she's not watching, but Erica Laniak, the girl in the movie that jumped out the cake,
Uh-huh.
that's my folks right there, man.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
How do you know?
We've done like business together. She's cool
Wow.
peoples, man. Yeah, obviously she's out of that whole scene now, man. But she was at that time she was big in a lot of stuff, man.
I was gonna
She
say.
was she was in Under Siege. She was in, I believe she was in Playboy as well. She was in Baywatch. She was in a lot of different things, man. You know what I'm saying? But
I was
she
gonna
was cool
say.
folks, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you made it sound funny. Like when you're like, "Oh, I did business with her," I was gonna be like, "Oh, what did you make her jump out of a cake for you?"
Not that business, bro, but business,
Okay,
man. Plus, she's a Havasu head, bro. She
oh, is
loves
she?
Lake Havasu. Oh, she loves Lake
Nice.
Havasu.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. So it was cool, Yeah, old
Very
times right there, man. Good times, man.
definitely.
I know she's probably not watching this episode, but
I
I'll
know.
I'll be sure to send her a message sometime. Hey, I shouted you out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I forgot about that movie, man.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a movie, dude. That's
Yeah.
gonna be on in the background sometime.
Uh,
It's got to be, bro.
so I would say for me, the underrated movie of his, it's kind of a tough one because so many good ones. But and the one I'm going to mention, he's not actually like the main character, but he
Hmm.
was definitely in the movie, so I'll mention it. And that's like it's another one that's kind of more our generation. It might be a little bit too violent for a lot of the this
Too
generation.
violent.
Yeah. So yeah. So he actually was in the movie Natural Born Killers.
He was
Yeah.
with Woody Harrelson.
Yep.
What did he play?
He played Warden
I
Dwight
don't.
in that movie.
I don't remember. Damn, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. That's a good movie, dude. Natural Born Killers.
I know.
I don't
Uh,
remember him in that.
yeah, it says he was Warden Dwight in that movie. Warden Dwight.
I don't remember him in that at all.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's underrated with him being in it. If this was
Of
a
course, I
movie,
would have never guessed he was in that movie. Wow.
yeah.
I'd have to
So,
watch it over. I haven't seen that movie in, man, easily over a decade, maybe 15 years.
oh, I know.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. That was a great movie though.
Yeah. So Warden. So it looks like he was the warden of the jail there.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would make sense.
Yeah. Those kind of moves.
That would, yeah, totally make sense. That's his role for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't you agree that that's kind of a movie where I don't know if a lot of people will be able to hang if they didn't see it and they're like the younger generation, they might not be able to hang with that movie.
These days, yeah, you're probably right.
That's a tough one.
That's a great movie though, man. Natural Born Killers.
That's like the best way to describe that movie for the Average Day Joe's community for you guys. That's, I would say, the super revamped remake of like Bonnie and Clyde. I guess that would be like the best way I could put it.
In our era, yeah,
Yeah,
I'd say so. I'd say
exactly,
so.
exactly.
I'd definitely say so because yeah, that was a good movie though, man. I'm not mad at that movie. That was a good one.
And Woody Harrelson is kind of spiritual, so he did have a little bit of spirituality in that movie, which was I found pretty cool about that too.
Oh yeah, Woody's a great actor, dude.
Yeah, I know, I know.
I love all his movies. He'll definitely be showcasing the
Oh, yeah,
movie of the day.
for
He
sure.
has a lot. He's in a lot of movies I love, man.
I'm sure we'll be watching one of these days. White Men Can't Jump, and we'll talk about it.
Exactly. You're right. You already know Billy Hoyle's making an appearance here, bro.
Exactly.
That's the dude. I remember watching that when I was a kid, bro. That was one of my favorite movies.
I know.
I love that movie, bro.
So going back before we start naming a whole bunch of actors, let's go back to Tommy Lee Jones. What other notable mentions that you can like name that are movies that you would just that you can mention? I think people should watch.
Tommy Lee? Well, I mean, everyone's got to see Men in Black without a doubt. Obviously,
Yep.
you got to watch those. But I mean, I think we've named all the movies that I would think he's the big dog in. You know what I mean?
There was one that he was in that you haven't mentioned, and it's like one of your favorite movies. I was kind of surprised you haven't mentioned it.
What? I'm confused.
That he was in the first Jason Bourne.
What?
Jason Bourne when it came out in 2016, he was actually in that movie.
Oh, that's not the. Yeah, but that's later. He, not to be mean, but he was way older in that. So he had like, you want to talk about an underrated role. He had like a really underrated role in that.
Oh,
so that's the fourth Jason Bourne.
Oh, that's the fourth one. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, so like the first one, yeah, that's what I mean. They just threw him in because like, hey, we got a good budget now.
Yeah.
Like, and he looked super old school in that, bro. I was like, damn, Tommy Lee aged, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because he played just a higher up, basically. You know what I mean?
Oh,
just a higher up role. That's it. Yeah,
I never
higher up
seen
role. Yeah, it was good. It wasn't like it wasn't one of my favorite Jason Bournes. Like I liked Bourne Ultimatum for sure, or Supremacy.
Okay.
Those were really, really good. But yeah, that one came out after.
Yeah.
I forgot he was in that.
That one you don't think will be a notable mention with him in it? Like people wouldn't.
Well, no, because he's not featured a lot, man. He's not like, if you were like, oh, I want to see a Tommy Lee movie, obviously that's Matt Damon, dude.
Yeah,
that's a Matt Damon film without a doubt. But when you see Tommy Lee, you'll be like, damn, he look, he's like just an old guy, and he's just a higher up. He doesn't even play a big role.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. He's just there, like overseeing a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Definitely. But you did mention one that we both agree on, which is U.S. Marshals. I think that's one.
I did mention that. That was the second one I mentioned.
That's all I'm saying. So that's for sure something.
Oh yeah,
one that people should watch.
Of course, that's the second one of this.
Yep.
So that's right after The Fugitive. That's like I said, that role he played in The Fugitive. He plays the same role in U.S. Marshals, same name and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Besides that one, I can also name Ad Astra. I don't know if you've seen that one with I think Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt?
Yep.
No, I did not see that one. I heard it was good. I never saw it though.
Yeah, so that's a notable mention. I think with him in it, that would be good for people to watch.
He has a big role.
He has
I haven't seen it.
I don't think it's he had a pretty decent role in that one. He did. Yeah.
Okay.
I know he had a pretty big role, and I never seen this movie. I don't know. Have you seen Space Cowboys? I heard a lot about it.
No, I heard that was good too. That's with dude from James Bond. Daniel Craig.
Okay.
Yeah, so someone told me a long time ago that was a good movie. They were like, "Hey, you should watch this." I was like, "All right, I never got to it."
Yeah.
But I heard it was a good movie.
Same here. So that one I've never seen it, but I thought I've always heard good things about it, so I think it'll be worth a notable mention.
Okay.
I think he also played the main character in Lincoln, right? Wasn't he Lincoln?
I don't know. I never saw it, but maybe.
Yeah. So that would have been kind of cool to see if he portrayed Lincoln in the movie, because it looks like
I could kind of see that actually. If they I can see that.
It shows Lincoln. Yeah. No, he is Lincoln, or pretty sure he's Lincoln in that one.
So he is Lincoln. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's history right there.
No, he is not. He's a guy named Thaddeus Stevens in that movie. today.
Oh, okay.
Today. But yeah, but he played in that movie, so that would be kind of a notable mention because Lincoln is it's a good movie. Besides that, I don't really see any other ones that I think would be notable mentions.
It's all good.
Maybe I would say Blown Away from '94.
It was okay.
That was okay, right? It wasn't
Yeah, it
like
wasn't a bad
wow,
movie. It
but
wasn't.
but
I mean,
just because the actors that are in the cast that's in that movie, I because they have Jeff Bridges and
Jeff
him.
Bridges. Yeah, he was a good actor. But I mean, it was a good movie.
Yeah, and shout out, they also have Forrest Whitaker in that movie as well.
Yeah, of course, he was a great actor too,
Yep, yep.
for sure.
All right, he does have a lot of good movies. I mean, Rules of Engagement was good. I did see that one. That's with Samuel L. Jackson and him.
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson will be featured on here too.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I don't know which movie I'll have on, but yeah, he's a good actor, so he'll
Definitely,
be on this segment for sure.
definitely. All right, guys. Well, that is our movie of the day, and let us move on to some crypto news for you guys. Let us see what is happening in these markets. I kind of checked briefly this morning. It looked like everything started going up. So I did see that Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy, his company, is planning on buying like billions more worth of Bitcoin. And after I seen that news, I looked and everything just started kind of going up again. So right now, currently Bitcoin, we are at 97,102. We are up 1.45% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum, we are at 2,745, and we are up 1.96% in the last 24 hours. Our fear and greed index right now is at 40, so it's in neutral. That means that the fear is kind of going away. It looks like people are starting to get more confident. As more people find out from our show that you guys might receive $5,000 checks from Doge, this is probably going to make all this even more go crazier. So, we're looking forward to it, and this could be the start of something good, hopefully. Bitcoin dominance, we're sitting at 60.17%. We got Ethereum, the biggest altcoin, sitting at 10.28 dominance. The global crypto market cap as a whole is sitting at 3.19 trillion, which is a 1.90% increase over the last 24 hours. Our top 5 trending coins, we got a new one I never saw before called Mystery. That one is up 50.19% in the last 24 hours. Number 2, we got PI. That one is down 52% in the last 24 hours. Number 3, we got what looks like Litecoin. Litecoin is trending. I don't know why, but LTC, that is up 0.34% in the last 24 hours. Number 4, we got a coin called S. Never seen it before. That one is up 15% in the last 24 hours. At number 5, we got APT or APT. That one is up 12.77% in the last 24 hours. Your top 5 gainers of the day would be today are number 1 is DARAM, DARAM. That one is up 954% in the last 24 hours. Number 2, we got Squid Game. That one is up 866% in the last 24 hours. Number 3, we got CATX, and CATX, like every day I tell you guys, CATX, man, we've been talking about this one for like a month now. The market cap is getting bigger. It's a meme coin, but it looks like the next Popcat type of coin. So that one is up 845% in the last 24 hours. Number 4, we got Lunar Lens. That one is up 681% in the last 24 hours. And we got number 5, Harris Dogs. Acronym is DOGS, and that one is up 538% in the last 24 hours. That being said, let us go through any of these that are notable mentions. Number 13, GameStop coin, GME. It is up 418% in the last 24 hours. Number 17, Grok, which they just announced yesterday. That if you missed that, if you missed yesterday's show, we kind of gave you a little bit of the debut of Grok 3, which is coming out. So this coin might be doing pretty good because of that. That one is up 388% in the last 24 hours. Number 18, we've been mentioning this coin here and there, which is Beer, and that one is up 340% in the last 24 hours. Oh, wow. So number 25, it's a new coin called the Grok 3, which I just said a second ago, and that one is up 191% in the last 24 hours. So yeah, if you guys, I don't know, now it will be kind of tough because Grok 3 is coming out. It'll be kind of hard to invest. Would you rather invest in Grok or Grok 3? That's going to be kind of a tough one to pan out. Besides that, I do not see. I guess I'll mention this one. This one looks kind of funny. Man, they got like 3 different Grok 3 coins I'm looking at right now. So just be careful of these Grok 3 coins that are coming out. But a funny one I just seen right now for the first time that I'll mention is number 34, and that is Cheese Ball CB. That is 111% in the last 24 hours.
Cheese
So
ball.
Cheese Ball, if you guys like Cheese Ball.
Wow.
You know what, guys? I will go over the chart for CADX because even I want to know what is going on with CADX's chart here. It looks like to me, I'm going to go over a month of it because as of right now, it looks like it was not doing anything and then it just went up like crazy. This is, let me see, what am I on? Am I on? Oh, okay, so I'm on one day. I'm going to go over a month with you guys of this coin and what it's been doing. It's 58% is bullish, the community sentiment on this coin on Coin Market Cap. But in 1 month, I mean, look what it has do. Look what it has doing. This would, I mean, to me, honestly, right now, guys, this would be the easiest freaking coin. If you guys are in day trading, I mean, this would be the easiest coin to predict. Like as of right now, I mean, look what it's doing. It keeps falling back to this pretty much almost the same exact support, and then it has almost the same exact resistance, and then you can make all this money in between right here that just keeps going up and down, up and down. It's just that's crazy. That's a month worth. Let me see though, because that's a month. Let me, you gotta. They always say that you gotta zoom in sometimes to kind of get the clearer picture, or when you're in doubt, you gotta also zoom out. So you gotta kind of look at both ways. But yeah, that's pretty much what it's been doing. It looks like on every chart, it's just going up and down, up and down. On a 1 day chart, it's just yeah. So then yeah, you just wait till wait till it goes. This is not financial advice, by the way, but yeah, just wait till it goes down again. Like in the 7 days chart, just do a 7 day chart. Wait till it goes down, and then invest on it when it gets to what is this 0.061925. That looks like support. What it's been at. So yeah, that just wanted to go over. I don't really do charts with you guys. I'm not a chart guy, but I wanted to just show you that CADX, at least to me, looks pretty easy. Even if you're not day trading, but you have some money to play with, just wait till it's at the low point and then just sell when it's at the high point and then just buy again at the low point, and you guys can make some money off of that one. Even day traders that are not day trading, people that are not day traders can do this. There is some scam hunter little meme about it that it's been scamming people for 7 months now. Good job, CMC, letting all these scam coins on your site, Coin Market Cap. But hey, I mean, people can say it's a scam all they want, but it has a 500,000 market cap. So hey, it is there. It is making somebody money, if not you. All right. Well, that is our crypto news. Let us move on and go over tomorrow's forecast for you guys, like we promised, because we definitely want you guys to, know what your weather will be like tomorrow, especially if you're traveling somewheres. So let me pull up this map for you guys of tomorrow's forecast for the United States. Tomorrow, your coldest spot. So the Midwest, you guys are still in what they're calling the polar vortex. That's like some kind of new term they came up with the last few years. But you guys all the way down into basically like all the way down into southern Texas, you guys are in that polar vortex right now. Your coldest spot for tomorrow is going to also be Minute, North Dakota. You guys will be at 10 degrees, so you are warming up. I'm pretty happy for you there. If you guys are trying to get away into the heat, the only place on the East Coast to do that would be Miami, where it's going to be cloudy with 78 degrees. Besides that, if you're on the West Coast and you want to get away, you want to get to the beach. LA and San Diego are going to be around the mid 70s, like 74 to 75. But if you want to be a little warmer than that, you'd have to travel a little more inland to Phoenix. It'll be 80 degrees out there. San Francisco, you guys will be at 64 degrees, partly cloudy. Seattle, cloudy conditions, 50 degrees. Salt Lake City, it will be snowing tomorrow at 37 degrees. So if you're going up there, just to do a little bit of skiing, you will be in luck to get a little bit of snow with some decent temperatures. Vegas, you guys will only be at 69 degrees, but with sunny conditions. We got Denver sitting at, you guys will be snowing as well with 29 degrees. Albuquerque will be nice and mild at 63 degrees, partly cloudy. Kansas City, 15 degrees only. This is where kind of the polar vortex is sitting. So Oklahoma City, you guys will only be at 24 degrees. Dallas, you guys will only be at 32 degrees with sunny conditions. Houston, partly cloudy, 44. And San Antonio, 40 degrees with sunny conditions. If you're going up into Minneapolis, it'll be 16 degrees, partly cloudy. Chicago, you guys will be partly cloudy with 24 degrees. Detroit, which is what we talked about, one of our trending topics today. You guys will still be pretty cold, just like yesterday, and it will be snowing with 23 degrees. St. Louis, 19 degrees with partly cloudy conditions. Cincinnati, 23 degrees only. Memphis, you guys will see sunny conditions with 22 degrees, while in New Orleans, you will be sitting at 47 degrees with sunny conditions. If you're going into Tampa, 64 degrees with partly cloudy. Jacksonville will also be partly cloudy, but you guys will be about 10 degrees cooler with 56 degrees. Atlanta, you guys, this is where you guys kind of still are. Those Appalachian mountains are not going to be holding that polar vortex in too much, from that Midwest cold. So you guys will be windy at 34 degrees. Charlotte, snowing at 38 degrees. Washington, D.C., you guys will be snowing at 31 degrees. Buffalo, you guys will be snowing at 20 degrees. New York, 32 degrees, but it'll be just cloudy. And last but not least, we have Boston, partly cloudy at 29 degrees. That is your weather forecast for tomorrow. So just dress accordingly, like we always say, for tomorrow's forecast if you are travelers. That being said, shout out to the 71 people watching us. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We give you alpha Monday to Friday on all the trending topics, and we give you a bunch of alpha over the weekends too. We do make episodes of Jay's cooking, and we make an episode of that we show around certain travel spots of California, me and my wife, which is a segment called Date with Kate. And we got Chef with Jeff, or Chef. What is it? Chef with Jeff. How do we say it, Jay?
Chef with Jeff.
Chef with Jeff, exactly. Okay, I said it right.
Mm.
And now let's get into our horoscope for tomorrow. So we got all the horoscopes. We always start with the first house of the zodiac. And we starting off with Aries, which is my sign. Tomorrow, Aries, you will meet someone who brings an ideal collaboration spark to advance your goals. The connections you make will feel perfect because they match your energy and ideas, so you should initiate the pursuit of your shared vision. Then we got our Taurus. Tomorrow calls for a well-deserved break from your routine. Your relentless determination has been comparable to leading soldiers into warfare because you continuously pursue new adventures while overcoming obstacles one after another. You need that break to restore your energy levels. Then we got our Geminis. Tomorrow, Gemini, you should examine how your way of seeing things influences how you experience life. You probably don't understand how much your self-imposed limitations stem from your habit of exaggerating things to yourself and others. You should focus on important matters instead of creating more problems by excessive thinking. Then we got our Cancer. This day shows your powerful so tomorrow will show your powerful resilience in every situation while challenging you to evaluate the burdens you bear. Your unmatched resilience leads you to carry heavier responsibilities than anyone else. Yet this practice exhausts you. Take time to understand your limits so you can decline when necessary. Then we got J sign, Leo. Your passionate nature will shine tomorrow as your desires will reach levels that surprise you. Your undeniable charm creates an irresistible force that draws people toward you, making you feel exceptionally confident. Your passionate energy will lead the way, whether you want to share emotions or you just want to receive admiration. Then we got our Virgo. The romantic connections of Virgo will deepen tomorrow because a simple phone call from their sweetheart will create heartwarming emotions. A single interaction can generate passionate feelings that bring back memories of shared affection. Maintain presence during these moments because your willingness to connect strengthens your relationships with others. Then we got our Libra. Libra will find tomorrow. Tomorrow you will find comfort through reading, which allows only the pages to demand attention in a good book. This day allows you to detach from everything that distracts you so you can concentrate on peaceful activities that calm your mind. Scorpio, your desire to improve your skills or enroll in professional training might emerge. You're taking a promising step toward personal growth, invigorating your initial enthusiasm. Over time, you will start to feel uncertainty about your initial motivation. Remember the long-term advantages that this pursuit will create for your upcoming future, though. Sagittarius, the day tomorrow brings an opportunity for deep exploration because your curiosity leads you toward philosophical subjects, along with religious teachings and advanced intellectual pursuits. The exploration will lead you to join a community of people with similar interests to boost your dedication. Capricorn, tomorrow you will introduce fresh relationships that have the potential to create thrilling experiences for your life. Your energy radiates positive vibes that draw people towards you, so you might meet either a new friend or a romantic connection. Authentic interactions with genuine openness may produce meaningful results through casual conversations. Aquarius, your career and financial future tomorrow will become more stable as the day brings you a foundation that supports your goals. You need to stay alert and take proactive steps to keep this balance. Your dedication to goals should remain strong while you believe in your ability to handle obstacles effortlessly. Last but not least, we have our Pisces. You should use tomorrow to participate in it says tomorrow you should participate in meaningful social events where group activities will offer deep fulfillment. These social events create connections that exceed your recent emotional support levels. These support encounters with compatible people both lift your spirits and spark new imaginative ideas. That is your horoscopes for tomorrow, guys. We kind of wanted to give that away just to let you know tomorrow, to give you like a little heads up and a little lead for your day, just in case you guys or something is happening. You kind of will know, kind of, because maybe it's something to do with your horoscope. So that is a good that is the reason why we do this for you guys. All right, guys, that being said, let us get into our conspiracy of the day. Oh man, I got a good one for you guys. I actually forgot about this one. I was kind of researching what conspiracies to do with you guys, and I thought about this one. uh, Jay, let me ask you, have you ever heard of the Philadelphia experiment?
That doesn't sound familiar. Maybe when you talk about it, but
No,
it doesn't sound familiar.
it's the Navy's secret time travel test. You never heard of that?
I don't know. I've done a lot of different time travel things, so I don't know. I don't think so. Doesn't sound familiar.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
curious.
All right. Well, Average Day Joe's community will be exploring one of the most bizarre stories ever whispered, because it's a
Yeah.
conspiracy. So ever whispered about in dark corners, and this is called the Philadelphia experiment. So let me just give you guys a little thing here. Did the U.S. Navy? Uh, so basically, what happened was, I want to start this off. I'm so excited to kind of that I'm kind of losing where to even start off with. But okay, so basically, let me ask you this question, not to you, Jay, but this is just to the audience in general. In your guys's in for Average Day Joe's community, do you guys think that the U.S. Navy? Do you think that they would have had the capability in 1943 to make a warship one of their warships vanish into thin air? Do you think that they were maybe able to crack some kind of code for invisibility or even time travel? And it's kind of crazy because they did find there was a lot of things that they found that make this very controversial and very wild. So let me get into this. This is basically the origins of the Philadelphia experiment. So this starts in 1950s. There was a man called Carl Allen or Carlos Allen Day. He went by two names. He sent a series of letters to a renowned UFO researcher claiming that he had witnessed the impossible. So, according to Allen, back in 1943, while working abroad a merchant ship near the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, he saw a U.S. Navy destroyer escort the USS Eldridge. He saw the U.S. Navy destroyer escort the USS Eldridge, which basically he saw it completely disappear into thin air. Not only that, but moments later, as basically it was being escorted, he saw it disappear. And then moments later, he saw it reappear, or he didn't see it reappear, but supposedly it reappeared miles away in Norfolk, Virginia. And just as suddenly, it was back in Philadelphia again, and that's how where he saw it. So basically, it was being escorted. It completely disappeared, and the guy was like, "What the heck? What just happened? It disappeared." It reappeared in Norfolk, Virginia for like a quick second. I was like, "Bam!" Reappeared. Somebody reported seeing it there, and then after that, it disappeared from there and came right back to where it was being escorted. So I don't know, guys. Was that some kind of quantum magic trick in 1950s or 40s when that was actually being done? 43. Uh, but this wasn't magic. If Alan, the guy who reported this, was to be, what he believed was that this was a military experiment in cloaking technology or electromagnetic warfare and possibly even interdimensional travel. This is something that they might have been experimenting with. And there was also something that happened on the with the crew when it reappeared. So this is where it gets crazier. The USS Eldridge returned. It wasn't just the ship that had changed; the crew was different. So what do I mean by that? Some of the crew, first off, some of the crew members were missing. Others were found wandering the ship confused, delirious. Some reportedly vanished right before their fellow sailors' eyes. And the worst part of this whole experiment, they said that a few of the crew members were fused into the ship. And when I say that, I mean literally fused into the metal of the ship itself. Arms stuck inside bulkheads, faces faces were half emerged in the walls, like something out of a horror movie. Those who did survive, if you could call it surviving, never spoke about it again, or if they did, they were quickly silenced, obviously. So, what could have caused something like this? Some believe it all comes down to Einstein's unified field theory, because that's kind of when Einstein was working with all of his theories. A theory that attempted to link magnetism, gravity, and time itself. If the Navy was actually experimenting with electromagnetic fields, could they have accidentally torn a hole in reality? Could they have thrown the USS Eldridge not just to another location, but to another time, another dimension? And here's the thing also, Nikolai Tesla was rumored to have been working on similar projects before his death. So, we all know that, we all know what happened to the papers and all of the stuff that he was working on, that basically it got taken away by the U.S. government. So what if his ideas lived on and it was like a government, like a black project, or from the government, they were using some of his papers, for his research. So, what about a government cover-up? Of course, it's a conspiracy theory. So there's gonna, if this was something that might have happened, you definitely have to expect. No, I mean the government is not gonna want this to come out, right? So the U.S. Navy denies it. They deny everything. They claim the USS Eldridge was never in Philadelphia at the time, that there was no experiment ever took place, that the whole thing is just a hoax. But I mean, isn't that exactly what they would say, right? That's what I'm saying. So official military records don't show anything unusual, but there is actually some declassified documents hint at electromagnetic research, which was being conducted around the same time. And let's not forget Project Mantuck, which is Montauk. It's a supposed mind control and time travel experiment that was done in the 70s, which is rumored to have direct ties to the Philadelphia experiment. So, could this have been the first step in something much, much bigger? That's also a good question to ask yourselves, because look at the technology that they might have already had in 1943, where not only that might have been like that first experiment, and they were able to cloak a whole warship to disappear, but not maybe just disappear, even make it go and travel through time and space. So, I mean, that all makes sense when you do put it together, given the fact that, Tesla and Einstein were working on theories of similar proportions to when this was all kind of happening. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Was the Philadelphia experiment real? Was it a test of invisibility, teleportation, time travel? Is it just a case of exaggerated rumors mixed with Cold War paranoia at the time? What do you think, Jay? Do you think that was something that could have been possible at that
Of
time?
course. I mean, the technology is technology, man. We always have technology way before in advance. We just don't unveil it. Like,
Definitely.
I don't know though. I think yeah, it could be more for just warfare. You know what I mean? But
Warfare.
yeah, but I mean, you never know. They were at that time, it was different. You know what I mean? At those times. Yeah,
Definitely.
it was definitely different at those times.
Well, Average Day Joe's community, we do definitely want to hear from you. So drop a comment. Once we're done with our show, we definitely want you to let us know what you thought about our conspiracy theory, and we want you to drop a comment about it. Tell us what you think. Do you know? Do we? Is there any evidence of a government cover up, or is it just one of the greatest conspiracy myths of all time? So please, let me see. Right now, we got 72 people watching. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. Alyssa also, by the way, was saying yes. The Manhattan Project with a question mark. So that could all be related. Definitely. I totally agree with you, Alyssa.
I believe it. But like I said, yeah, they have technology. They always have technology way in advance, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
Everyone,
Yeah.
bless you. Everyone is yeah, competing. When I
Yeah.
mean everyone, I mean all nations
Exactly.
competing with each other.
Exactly.
You know.
All right, guys. So thank you again. We got 72 people watching. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we take our next deep dive into our next conspiracy theory, or when we just have all this new alpha for you tomorrow. So we do have our show every day, 6 p.m. Pacific time. So we will see you guys back here tomorrow. Just one real quick last thing. Jay, what is your final words of wisdom for our 72 people watching?
Today, it's like we always do. Stay focused on your goal. You know, just keep that tunnel vision so you could accomplish what you need to accomplish. Wake up. Be grateful. Be blessed to wake up. Don't wake up and be in a rut. Always wake up and be like, oh man, I'm glad I woke up. You know what I mean? And then get
Yeah,
on those goals. Don't let anything in your way, man. You have a mission and accomplish it. It's very, very simple. You know what I mean? There's always going to be little
yeah,
road bumps here and there, but you can accomplish anything in life, man. So just make it happen.
exactly. I definitely agree with you on that one, because every morning I wake up and I thank God for another day, just for letting me
Of course.
breathe. And my whole day, I feel like, goes so much more smoother, as opposed to when I wasn't doing it
Yeah, that's
before.
what I'm saying.
You know, yeah. So gratitude is key. I guess that would be my final thought.
Always, man. Always.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. We had a little bit longer show, but we had so much alpha to give you. So, we're happy to be here with you guys.